B2B marketing strategies, AI-driven wins. AI and B2B, from buzzword to revenue driver. For a while, AI and B2B marketing felt like a lot of demos and not a lot of pipeline. That's changed, and the shift is showing up in adoption, process design, and most importantly, revenue outcomes for teams that operationalize AI inside Outbound. By early 2024, 65% of organizations reported using generative AI in at least one business function, with marketing and sales seeing the biggest jump in adoption. That's a clear signal that AI-assisted is becoming the default operating mode for modern go-to-market teams, not an edge case reserved for innovation labs. Sales leadership is already voting with budget. 81% of sales teams are investing in AI, and AI-using teams are 1.3x more likely to report revenue growth than teams that don't. The practical takeaway is simple. If your SDR workflow is still manual research plus generic sequences, you're competing with teams that are automating the unscalable parts of Outbound. Why AI is reshaping Outbound and SDR workflows. AI is moving from nice to have to infrastructure because the upside is large and concentrated in go-to-market. McKinsey estimates generative AI could add 2.6 to 4.4 trillion in annual corporate profits globally, with roughly 75% of the value concentrated in customer operations plus marketing and sales, exactly where B2B demand generation, SDR teams, and revenue operations live. At the same time, buyer expectations are forcing a reset in messaging quality. 73% of B2B buyers now expect B2C level personalization, and teams using advanced personalization strategies see roughly 15% average revenue growth. If your outreach still reads like a mail merge, you're not just less effective, you're actively out of step with what buyers now consider baseline relevance. The teams that win treat AI as part of core GTM strategy, not a side project. When AI isn't tied to outcomes like meetings booked, opportunity conversion, or cycle length, it stays stuck in cool demo territory and adoption stalls. Our recommendation is to anchor every AI initiative to one clear KPI, assign RevOps or SalesOps ownership, and iterate until the metric moves, or kill it quickly and redeploy effort. Start with data and ICP clarity before you buy more tools. The fastest way to make AI fail is to feed it messy data and a fuzzy ICP. Before plugging AI into your stack, standardize key CRM and map fields, deduplicate accounts, and align marketing and sales on what good fit actually means. AI models don't fix data hygiene, they amplify it, good or bad. Once the foundation is clean, AI becomes a force multiplier for ICP refinement and segmentation. You can analyze closed-won patterns, industry, employee bands, technographics, deal size, region, and build lookalike segments that are big enough to scale but tight enough to convert. This is where strong B2B list building services and enrichment workflows start to pay off, because you're no longer finding leads, you're engineering a target universe. AI-driven enrichment is also one of the most direct levers for pipeline velocity. Teams leveraging AI-powered enrichment report sales cycles shortened by about 30%, largely because reps reach the right stakeholders faster and prioritize accounts with clearer fit and intent signals. Done well, your SDRs spend less time guessing and more time having real conversations. Implement one AI outbound experiment that proves lift. Instead of buying a dozen AI tools, pick one or two use cases that tie cleanly to pipeline, usually predictive prioritization plus AI personalized first touch. Run a 60 to 90-day experiment on a single ICP segment with a control group, current workflow, and a test group, AI-enriched lists, scoring, and personalized emails. The goal is not activity volume, it's measurable lift in replies, meetings, and opportunities created. Prioritization is where teams feel the impact first because it changes the order of work. Businesses using AI-powered lead generation tools report an average 35% increase in conversion rates, which compounds quickly when your SDR agency motion includes both cold email and calling. Whether you run an in-house team or an outsourced sales team, a ranked daily call list plus tailored first-touch emails is the simplest path to better efficiency without hiring more headcount. To keep the test objective, track only a handful of metrics and compare outcomes between groups. If lift doesn't show up in meetings booked or opportunity creation, you either have a data issue, a messaging issue, or an operational issue, each fixable, but only if you're measuring the right things. Use AI to make your SDRs dangerous, not disposable. Automate the research and drafting so humans spend their time on judgment, conversation, and deal-making. Make personalization repeatable, not heroic. Personalization is the first AI win most teams can feel because it improves message relevance without adding hours of manual research. Outreach data shows 54% of sales teams already use AI for personalized outbound emails, and 45% rely on AI for account research, which tells you this is quickly becoming standard day-to-day prospecting behavior rather than an advanced tactic. The key is to systematize what your best reps do naturally: a specific hook, a relevant value prop, and a clear ask. AI can pull signals from public sources, site updates, hiring, product pages, positioning language, and generate a first draft that gets you most of the way to a handcrafted message. Then SDRs apply the final human judgment, tone, nuance, and the one sentence that proves you're not a robot. This is also where deliverability discipline matters, especially if you operate like a cold email agency or run high-volume outbound. Keep volume caps, clean lists regularly, and avoid set-it-and-forget-it sequences that blast robotic messaging at scale. Used correctly, AI increases engagement and protects sender reputation because the emails look and read like they were written for one person, not a segment. Common AI mistakes and how to avoid failing faster. Over-automation is the most common failure mode we see across cold calling services and outbound sales agency programs. When teams let AI send messages unchecked, quality drops, complaint rates rise, and brand trust erodes, especially in narrow B2B niches where everyone knows everyone. The fix is simple. Use AI for drafting and research, but keep humans in the loop for QA, sequencing strategy, and objection handling. Bad data is the second failure mode, and it's usually quieter but just as expensive. If your CRM has duplicate accounts, stale contacts, or inconsistent industry employee band fields, AI scoring will prioritize the wrong leads and waste SDR time. Do one data cleanup pass, validate emails and phone numbers, and lock the ICP before you turn on scoring and routing. Two other blockers are adoption and governance. If you don't enable reps with playbooks and examples, tools sit unused and the team quietly reverts to old habits, even if you hire SDRs with strong resumes. And if you skip compliance, privacy, and vendor security reviews, you invite unnecessary risk, particularly in regulated industries. Involve legal and security early and centralize approved prompts, templates, and guardrails. Optimize the engine, scoring, ABM, and continuous testing. After the first lift, optimization becomes a RevOps discipline. AI scoring should stay dynamic, updated with new intent signals, performance feedback, and segment-specific conversion patterns, so SDR queues reflect what's converting now, not what converted last quarter. This is especially powerful for B2B cold calling because calling the right 20 accounts beats dialing any 200 accounts when your goal is pipeline quality. AI also fits naturally into account-based marketing by helping you pick accounts, detect in-market behavior, and orchestrate stakeholder-specific messaging. When ABM is paired with AI-driven research summaries and call prep, SDRs walk into conversations with sharper hypotheses, better questions, and more credible relevance. In practice, this is how you turn a sales agency motion into an intelligence-led motion rather than a volume-led motion. Finally, treat messaging like a product. Test continuously and retire losing variants quickly. AI can speed up multivariate experimentation, subject lines, hooks, value props, CTAs, without forcing your team into slow, one-variable A/B cycles. The goal is not more tests. It's faster learning that shows up in replies, meetings, and opportunities. What to do next? A practical AI roadmap for B2B teams. If you want AI-driven wins this month, pick one outbound workflow and wire AI into it end-to-end. Enrichment, prioritization, and a personalized first touch. Then set a baseline, run the 60 to 90-day test, and only scale what moves core KPIs. AI is not done when the emails sound better. It's done when meetings booked, conversion rate, and cycle length move. Operationally, the teams that sustain results build a lightweight, cross-functional rhythm across marketing, sales, and RevOps. Define an AI skills baseline for every role: research, drafting, analysis. Centralize prompts and templates to keep messaging on brand, and review results bi-weekly so experiments don't drift. This is how you prevent tool sprawl and make AI adoption a normal part of how you run your GTM. If you'd rather move faster than building everything in-house, partnering can be the right choice, especially for teams considering sales outsourcing, a B2B sales agency, or a cold calling agency model. At SalesHive, we've blended human SDR talent with proprietary AI since 2016, and we've booked 117,000 plus meetings for 1,500 plus B2B companies by combining AI-driven list building and personalization with real calling and email execution. Whether you build internally or outsource sales, the winning pattern is the same: clean data, focused use cases, and relentless measurement tied to pipeline.